Yo, before we get into the video, make sure if you haven't already, get a free copy of my book, Nut, Efficient Dating for Men, and you'll learn how to bust a nut whenever you want. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Justin, and we're hanging out here by the ocean in Uruguay, and in today's video, I want to explain to you how to get hotter girls, how to get girls who are out of your league, how to get girls who are maybe taller than you, how to get girls who you perceive as more attractive than you. Essentially, we're going to be explaining to you how to get girls who have a higher sexual market value. Okay? And in order to get girls who have a higher sexual market value, you need to increase your own sexual market value. Now, what is sexual market value? Sexual market value is essentially your value as a man in the marketplace when it comes to dating, in the dating market, in the dating pool, when it comes to socializing people, meeting people, and the sexual part is who's willing to sleep with you. So essentially, it's your sexual market value, right? So when it comes to sexual market value, there's two ways to increase your sexual market value. Now, if you increase your sexual market value, you'll obviously be able to attract hotter women, or women that you right now perceive that are out of your league. Later on in the future, they won't be out of your league because your sexual market value is higher. So you've got internal sexual market value, and then you've got external sexual market value. So let's look at some of the ways you could increase your sexual market value internally and externally. Now, externally, let's say you hit the gym, you eat really good food, so you're healthy, it shows in your face. Let's say you have acne, you get rid of your acne. Let's say you have fucking terrible hair. Either you grow your hair out, you get a nice haircut, maybe get a hair transplant. Let's say you just have deformed fucking face, right? You get plastic surgery. Things like that can actually increase your value in the sexual marketplace, in the dating pool, right? If you're more physically appealing, more people will tolerate being around you, right? And more people would want to, hang out with you, give you the time of the day, and just, tolerate your, presence, just because you're better looking, okay? And then you've got, internal sexual market value, where, you've got, traveling, self-education, just generally being a cool, down-to-earth, genuine, authentic fucking dude, okay? Working on yourself in all kinds of ways, internally, okay? Becoming funny, becoming witty, becoming the kind of guy you can just shoot the shit with, the kind of guy that, any girl just feels comfortable around and is okay opening herself up to. That's a really strong way you can increase your internal sexual market value. So, you obviously want to work on the external stuff. You can, imagine this, like, you've got Apple versus, like, all Android phones, right? Most Android phones are shit, and then most Apple phones are very premium. So you want to be, like, the premium product. You want to be premium when it comes to your sexual market value, right? But you also want the internal, features, like the apps, what's on the inside, to work really fucking well, right? You don't want to have a shitty operating system, right? Which is, essentially your personality and who you are. So you want to have, a nice product on the outside, that looks good. That's, really nice to look at, really appealing, that feels quality, right? And then you also want to, have, a really nice system running on the inside so that, everything's fucking good. And that's really how you'd increase your market value. Now, you look at Apple, they're one of the most fucking rich companies in the fucking world, where they've got like $500 billion just stuck away and, hidden away in Ireland in fucking cash, right? Why is that? It's because, their product is so fucking good. Their market value is so good, so they have a bigger market share. Now, if you want to have a bigger market share when it comes to, the dating pool, just make yourself more physically attractive. That's one thing, right? When it comes to, your fashion, your hygiene, your style, right? Your fitness, and those four major things, and even like, things that, maybe like your facial symmetry, to your eyebrows. Like, make yourself more appealing physically, right? The little things actually do matter, right? But then what really, really fucking matters is, the internal as well. It's fucking really important. And a lot of guys, they get really good looking, and they're wondering why they can't get results with women. Or, they have a really great personality, but they look like fucking shit, they dress like shit, they're overweight, and they're also wondering why they can't get results with women. You want to have both. You want to have, the internal and the external. Doing both of those will increase your sexual market value, which essentially allows you to connect with more people, allows more people to, be willing to connect with you because you've got a great personality and you're good looking, right? Okay, so I'm here with Alfredo. And Alfredo, I just want to ask you some questions about, your opinion on, dating, sexual market value, increasing your value as a man. And what are some ways that you increase your sexual market value to make yourself more physically attractive, make yourself more...
I always say invest in yourself, right? That's the best thing you can ever do, It's not all about, dressing up nice is a big part of it too and all that, but it's also, like you were saying, the interior part of it, right? The part of it where you're investing at your inner self, Traveling is a big way to do it, to be honest with you. Traveling opens your mindset, opens the cultures, makes you more socially active, actually pushes you to go out and actually, become your true self, right? You don't want to become a sheep of society where society tells you wear the clothes, do this, go to Cuba, go to Mexico, because it's the tourist vacation. Why don't you do something external like you're doing right now? Come to Uruguay. Nobody comes to fucking Uruguay. Even though it's a beautiful country, right? It's out of the extraordinary, right? Or go to Peru, or go somewhere that, that
most people wouldn't go, eh?
Most people wouldn't go, right? Do things that most people wouldn't do, to be honest with you, because that does, it builds yourself, your inner self. The best way, and I think truly, is to invest yourself is, go out the world and actually see things through your own eyes. Go travel Europe by yourself, not with people, because when you travel with people, to be honest with you, what I find is that you're very limited to what you really want to do. You're more following the herd, and you have to compromise. If I was you, to be honest, I really want to invest in myself instead of, doing a university course, all those things. Those are a great way to really grow yourself too and become more smarter. But why don't you spend that money, to be honest with you, and spend that money on clothes? Go travel the world for 3 months, 2 months by yourself. In that way you have to force yourself out to go socialize.
Cool.
You become more cultured, become more open-minded. You become more understanding. You understand other cultures, and that comes back when you come back to your regular life after that, that big trip. I've done this before too. People automatically are more interested in you. People want to hang out with you. People want to social with you more because you're different.
So that definitely really hits it home with working on the internal, right? Like self-education, learning, growing internally. Traveling's fucking crazy. Traveling's on some next level shit when it comes to really developing yourself. It's the equivalent of coming on one of our boot camps or something, because you're just throwing so many reference experiences in such a short amount of time that you're forced to grow. It's out of your comfort zone. It's even depressing. I know personally I get depressed when I travel, but I come back home and I'm so much stronger. And definitely increases your sexual market value. Makes you a fucking wolf. But what are some ways to, increase your sexual market value from, the external, from place of, physical appearance, looks? What's your opinion there?
Well, I don't know. After, we've been friends for so many years, right? And I'm not a teacher or anything, and I don't really know how to talk to students like how you do. But I see a lot of your students come in, to be honest, you're very awkward, especially when I meet them too, because I meet your students all the time. And they're very awkward individuals, to be honest. I always see that you teach them, how to dress, how to talk, how to socialize. You do this technique where you force them to go talk to people. And I don't know, I see that, to be honest with you, and I see that to relate to real life, to be honest with you, with my factors too, you're saying what people can do. Well, I recommend you go out and get out of your comfort zone and talk to people. That's a great way, to be honest.
Yeah, get out of your comfort zone by dressing well, get out of your comfort zone by improving your body language. I guess because that is kind of an external thing. Your body language, because that's your appearance, right?
Exactly.
And if you're more confident, you'll be confident in the internal in yourself and your ability to meet people, approach women, just make friends, be social, and get laid. But also you'll be confident in the external, just the way you walk, you'll be more approachable because you're confident.
Exactly. Don't cheap out, to be honest with you. A big thing, to be honest with you, people do a lot is they cheap out on clothes and they cheap out on appearance. A big part of it's like when I meet someone the first time, to be honest with you, it sounds mean or that, but we all judge. I look at somebody the first time well, is this person dressed nice? Does he smell good? Is his hair coming back? I know some people think, you know, going out public, your hair messy and all that, it's cool and all that, but reality is, to be honest with you, it sets an image to you.
First impression.
First impression is key, to be honest. I talk to people, to be honest, with their breath stinks, and honestly, I don't want to be the friend after that, you know. I'm a very first impression individual, and when I meet you the first time, you know, it's true, I judge you. I really do judge people, to be honest, the first time, and chances are that if I don't like you the first time I meet you, or I think you're kind of gross, I'm not going to be your friend, right? First impression, even with dating, too, it's...
So yeah, women would be doing the same fucking thing. Like, if you walk up to a woman and, you know, you're dressed poorly, or your breath smells like fucking shit, right? What do you think your sexual market value is, you know, in terms of, you know, that woman's perspective?
Yeah, first impression is key, to be honest. I always recommend it. Even you, I see you all the time with you, you know, even though we're traveling right now, we're not the best dressed, right? But like, you know, always dress, no matter where you are in the world, to be honest with you, always brush your teeth, always try to smell the best you can, always do your hair, you know, because chances are if you meet the love of your life, you know, here on tomorrow and she sees you dressed like a bum, or like dressed, you know,
she's not gonna call you back.
No, she's not gonna call you back. She's thinking you want to talk. She's thinking you give you a second life, to be honest with you, right? I don't know what else you want to elaborate to that, to be honest, right?
No, that's it, man. That's it. So it's really like, you know, focusing on that external stuff, because I feel like a lot of guys, you know, they're part of this like community of like these dudes. There's different schools of thought, but there's like MG Tao. It's called like men going their own way. You've probably never heard of this shit before. No, it's like guys who are really kind of, you know, butthurt in terms of women. So they're like, I'm just gonna work on my looks, work on myself, right? But you know, then you got like guys who are really into pickup and game and shit, and then they want to just work on the internal only. They're like, but my game is what got me the girls.
That's
but dude, if you just have game, you have no physical appearance. You know, you're not really developing yourself to look better.
I say, to be honest, before, like you were saying that, it makes sense, to be honest with you, but I say a lot of it, to be honest, is working your inner self, right?
You gotta do both. You have to do both.
You have to do both, but to be honest about, you know, like, why don't you go out and actually, like, working yourself first, you know, like, working your confidence by traveling, I say, to be honest, or not even that, playing sports, same thing that you has team effort or social, you know, activities that help really build your confidence. And then from there on, to be honest with you, appearance. You can do both, but I recommend first go on that trip, to be honest. If you're by yourself and you feel like your life is shitty, to be honest, you dress like shit, you have no no confidence, either hit the Just, to be honest. Just will help you out with like coaching or go travel. That's my straight up advice, to be honest. You're working on yourself, because believe it, when you travel and you see all these things, you grow as a person, you grow that confidence, and you come back and you say, look, I look just like shit. And
then you're confident. You already have that inner confidence, you have that self-belief, that self-esteem, that understanding of who you are as a man.
Exactly.
And then you add on the fucking physical appearance of like, you know, getting jacked as fuck.
Exactly.
Right? And I'm not jacked as fuck, to say the least, but I've seen it work and I've been more fit in the past, and you know, the results are there. Right? Or, you know, fashion's so fucking important. Or you know, just like facial symmetry and hygiene. Like, line up your beard. For the longest time I had like a really nice fucking lined up beard, nice haircut. Bro, it makes a fucking difference. I tested it. I fucking tested it. So I didn't, you know, have sex with a new girl for about a month because I had a really nasty looking beard, and you know, my hair wasn't actually groomed. Okay, and then I shaved, like trimmed the beard. Right? I had my buddy who's like a famous YouTuber and like kind of like celebrity barber give me like the best lineup on my beard, best lineup on my hair. Looked really fucking great. All of a sudden, 3 girls in like a week.
No, exactly.
Right?
And it also makes you feel good too, right? Like, if you dress sluggish and you dress like shit, to be honest with you, chances are you're gonna feel like shit.
Yeah, you're gonna feel like shit.
You know you feel like shit. You know you look like shit. You feel like shit, to be honest with you. When you get like a nice cut beard, or even you go to the
makes
gym,
you feel better,
even
right?
you're like me, I'm kind of chubby, right? Like, you know, I'm not jacked or anything, right? But I still go to the gym, to be honest with you, like vacation, right? We're on vacation, right? I'm gonna get chubby no matter what. But like when I go to the gym, to be honest, I work out, to be honest with you, even for a week, I feel good, I look good, I feel confident, and that's attractive, to be honest with you, you know? The reason people go to the gym, to be honest with you, like you were saying, like, you don't have to be huge or jacked, but like that going to the gym gives you that confidence, gives you that level of testosterone that feel like, yeah, I can do it. I can go get that conversation there. I can go talk to that chick over there. I can get that job interview over there. It gives you that level of confidence. That's what you're saying with the beard too, right? It gives you that push.
Yeah. So awesome, guys. That's pretty much my take. Alfredo, thanks for being in our video. And I would just fucking highly encourage you to, you know, develop the external, right? The fitness, the fashion, the hygiene, like everything we've talked about. Get that shit fucking handled. If you're fucking ugly, if you got acne scars and shit, dude, get surgery. I mean, if you have a fucked up nose, like, fix your nose, right? Overall, women are attracted to behavioral cues, but, you know, the first impression always counts as well.
It does.
So, you know, the external, handle that shit. But you really also want to focus on the internal as well by, you know, being well-traveled, well-educated, you know, confident, and project outwards when you're talking to people. Go out, meet fucking tons of people. Like, learn this material. Learn how to pick up girls. Learn cold approach pickup. Go out, meet tons of women, and then you'll have a system in place where you're just meeting tons of women. They like you because, you know, you're cool, charismatic, dressed well. They have no reason to not like you. You know, you're offering them a lot of fucking value by, you know, giving them opportunities, parties, adventures, dates, whatever, and you know, your sexual market will increase. You'll just be getting way more attractive girls because they perceive you now as physically attractive and as emotionally, mentally attractive, and you know, you'll just obviously get more attractive women who are out of your league. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. We're gonna go explore a bit more of Uruguay. Thank you, guys.
Instagram, guys. Yeah,
check out Alfredo on Instagram.
Don't be that guy.
I'll link it right here.
You know, Instagram tips later on.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, love you guys.
Peace.